Within 72 hours of Israel publicly accepting this agreement, all hostages, alive and deceased, will be returned. This is not a quote. These words weren't spoken, but rather written by President Donald Trump. These words came straight from the fourth point of Trump's 20-point plan to establish peace in Gaza. Since October 7, 2023, that's 2 whole years, over 66,000 Palestinians have lost their lives in this genocide. Trump has given Hamas 3 to 4 days to respond to his proposal. He warned that Hamas would have severe consequences if they refuse. We have one signature that we need, and that signature will pay in hell if they don't sign, said the president. He made clear that he would support Israel continuing the genocide if Hamas rejects the proposal. But this conflict has been raging for 2 years now, and Trump has already been in office for 9 months. So what made him wait until now to take action? This brings us to our topic today. Why did Donald Trump give Hamas an ultimatum to release hostages or face destruction by Israel? We're going to discuss 3 potential reasons. 1, to resolve the conflict between Palestine and Israel. 2, to benefit our country's ally, Israel. And 3, for his own self-gain and the reputation of America. It's like an apocalypse here. You have to protect your children from insects, from the heat, and there is no clean water, no toilets, all while the bombing never stops. You feel like you are subhuman here. These words came straight from a displaced, unknown Palestinian who goes by the name Mohammed. As we learned earlier, over 66,000 Palestinians have died in the last 2 years. Those numbers are rising every day, with more than 150,000 Palestinians wounded. This is not a war. This is a genocide. A genocide happening because of a near century-old conflict between Israel and Palestine. Friedrich Merz, Germany's chancellor, stated Trump's plan was the best chance for ending the war. Emmanuel Macron, the French president, admired Trump's commitment to ending the war in Gaza. Point 3 of Trump's plan states, if both sides agree to this proposal, the war will immediately end. It's clear that a core effect of Trump's plan could be the resolution of the conflict between Israel and Palestine. However, point 14 of that same plan states that a guarantee will be provided that New Gaza poses no threat to its people. This point and many other points show the bias behind this plan. This brings us to our next point. The very first point of the plan states Gaza will be de-radicalized, terror-free zone that does not pose a threat to its neighbors. As we discussed earlier, Trump will support Israel continuing the genocide if Hamas refuses. According to a story by Jason Burke, Israeli media and politicians welcomed Netanyahu's announcement that he supported Trump's plan. The plan met very many of Israel's demands, but Palestinians were left skeptical. Why could this be? The deal is very clearly biased more toward Israel than Hamas. This is because our country and Israel are longtime allies. How is Israel able to bomb Gaza over and over and over again? Because our country provides the weapons and funding that they need to do it. According to the conversation, Hamas is being asked to give up all the hostages and their weapons. rendering them defenseless. And now it faces an ultimatum: accept the terms or Israel will finish the job. However, one question remains. How does our country figure into all of this? Would this benefit us in any way? This brings us to our final point. Back in 2020, the president insisted that the pandemic was a democratic hoax. He thought that by disregarding safety measures, he would have a better story to tell voters. Trump cares more about himself and his reputation than he does about innocent, suffering Palestinians, such as the Muhammad, who we learned about earlier. By introducing this plan, he's trying to make it look as if he cares about stopping this genocide. Not only that, he's trying to boost our whole country's reputation. Since Trump took office, the reputation of the US has plummeted in Canada and all around the world, with 26 out of 29 countries losing their view that our country has a positive influence on the rest of the world. Therefore, President Trump has his reasons and his goals in giving Hamas this ultimatum. He wants to resolve the conflict, help our nation's ally, and boost his and our nation's reputation. But while there are some benefits to Trump's plan, his ultimatum is biased, and our nation as a whole is biased. Do you remember the morning of last November? The morning after the election that was filled with uncertainty? Do you want to repeat that in 2028? In the next election, your vote could save a life. Think of all the Palestinian children. Think of Muhammad in 2028. Thank you.